Hey friends, it's Missy again. Thanks for joining me today. I'm back with another layout. This one is for Hip Kit Club, and I'm using the 2017 December kits again. And the theme for today is to create a layout inspired by Irit's papers. And if you have the kits or you purchased the kits, then you know that Irit, who is on our design team, has designed 3 of her beautiful watercolor papers, and they're just gorgeous. Look at these colors. I mean, it's so pretty. How can you not be inspired by these? Amazing. And I've already used a couple of her papers on my previous layouts. And so I thought I would be inspired. Well, I didn't think I would. I was inspired by this floral paper. I almost wanted to use it as is, and I might still do that. But for this layout, I decided to do some fussy cutting. And I pulled out a couple of pictures just to kind of play around with. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do at this point. I just wanted to cut out these flowers. And this paper is designed to where you could totally just use it as is. And like I said, I still may do that. But I'm just playing around here. I don't even know what I'm going to use for my background. I decided to go with this picture, and I think it's so cute. She's in the pool, and she's just got her eyes closed and her head tilted back, and she just looks like she's saying, "Oh, this is so awesome." Now, I love this packaging. This is from the Vicki Boutin ephemera from her collection, and I cannot even think of the name of it. All the Good Things, I think it's called. And I love the packaging, and I almost tore it, but then I thought, ooh, don't rip that. It's pretty. So I kind of fussy cut it, and I'm going to use what I salvaged as an embellishment. And I pulled out some Project Life cards and a lot of the Good Vibes ephemera from crepe paper, and I'm just sort of going to put all this together and kind of create a cluster. And I started with the picture and the flowers, and then everything else I'm just going to sort of work around it. And I've got a lot of stuff that I wind up not even using over on the right. I just kind of went through everything and picked out stuff that I thought coordinated with the pink and the yellow and the aqua. I love this leaf die cut here, but there's so much white in the middle of it, and I want to be able to have it open, kind of like that. You can see where I fussy cut that out. Whatever I do to the background, I wanted it to show through the leaves. This is another die cut from Vicki Boutin. I decided to fussy cut this because these flowers are black and white, and they remind me of a stamp. And so I like the whole black and white look amongst the pinks and the yellows and the greens. And since the photo is black and white, I think it adds a nice touch around the page. So this is another idea of something that you could do. You don't have to use die cuts as they are. You can fussy cut those out just like you can the paper. So, you know, look at everything closely, and if it's a design or a shape that you wouldn't normally use, like I don't know, I have a hard time using paper clips. So just cut it out. Cut it out and use it as an embellishment. So that's what I'm going to do with that little bird. And the paper clips, actually they're not paper. I don't know what kind of material they are, but they're very bendable and cuttable, and so you can totally cut those out. So I'm going to sort of start to attach things the way I want them, so I can move this whole thing as one unit, because I don't want to take it apart and rebuild it a bunch of times, because like I said, I don't even have my background picked out. I'm not sure if I'm going to use cardstock or pattern paper. I love that black and white Project Life card. I love the pink square in the middle. So I just kind of cut out the part that I was going to use so I could save the rest of it and use it on something else. And I love how this is looking. You know, it was fun to make all those Christmas layouts for the whole month of December, but I am excited to get back to scrapping my everyday photos just like this. Those are my favorite. All right, here's the winner for the background. I decided to use, of course I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but this is from the cardstock kit, and it's the light mint color. And I'm going to do some watercoloring on the background, and so I'm just going to smudge down some white gesso first. I'm using the palette knife and my finger because I don't want harsh lines. I want it to kind of be faded, and so that's where using your fingers comes in handy. So this is the vibes from the color kit this month. It's called Snow Way Man. It's a beautiful blue color, and I'm going to mix and match with some shimmers that actually came from color kits previously. I could not tell you the month or if it was even this past year, but it's Well Blue Me Down colorings and Jenny B Blue vibes, and I know for a fact that we've gotten those in color kits. And I just like to mix and match, and I want to play off the mint teal color in the background, and so I just wanted some darker shades of bluish, greenish color on the background. Since I've got so much pink and yellow going on in my cluster around the picture, I did not want those colors on the background because I wanted it to be a nice contrast. And so I love how this is looking. I love that it just looks kind of like water splashed onto the page. Since she is in the pool, even though I printed it in black and white, I actually printed this photo a while ago for another project, and I did not wind up using it. And so, you know, a lot of times, most of the time, I'll print my pool pictures in color. But for whatever reason, I think this was an overcast day. It wasn't even that sunny. And so I thought, well, I'll print it in black and white. And I think it turned out cute. And I can always redo it in color later if I want to. So I'm going to use another flower down at the bottom there and create a fun little cluster. And I'm going to do my journaling on that noted card. And there's so many little bits and pieces. The fun thing about the ephemera from Vicki Boutin and Crate Paper this month is there's so many different sizes of things. There's big things, there's small things, a whole bunch of just different sizes and shapes. And I love that because sometimes, you know, everything is huge or everything is small, but there's some big flowers, and then there's little tiny spots or tiny things, all kinds of shapes. I did a little bit of stitching around that Make Everyday Count piece with blue thread, and then I used pink down at the bottom for that little cluster. And it's just little details, you know, it's not something that's going to just jump out at you. Sometimes I like my stitching to be subtle and just, you know, kind of a small detail, and sometimes I like it to be a big element of the page. So now I'm just going to keep going and try to mix and match, and I'm going to wind up taking that sticker up. I like how it looks, but it's just a little bit of a different shade of pink than is in the flowers, and I change my mind and do something different. That's the Vicki Boutin sticker sheet. And I really want to use this sticker here that says, "See the beauty in everyday things." And look at all the fun things on this sticker sheet from Crate Paper. I love how random it is. Just, you know, anything and everything is on this sheet. Just playing around, seeing what I want to add. I decided to add a pop of pink down at the bottom by adding another one of Arit's flowers down there, because I've got the yellow and the black and a leaf cluster, but I needed some pink to even that out. And then of course I'm going to add some thread because that's my thing. I love it. And that is a beautiful new, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. I finally got a new pink because I've got 3 or 4 different shades of pink from Walmart, and I saw this pink, and I don't even know how to describe it, but it's so pretty and it matched perfectly. So I'm going to use that in a couple spots. I love how this is looking. I really love this colored background. I do love my white backgrounds, but sometimes it's fun to use a color. And I don't wind up doing a whole lot more embellishing because I love what I've got so far. I think it really kind of encompasses the photo and it makes the photo stand out, but at the same time, everything around the photo stands out. And I love the watercolor on the background, and I don't want to cover a lot of that up. So I think that looks pretty. And I don't want to get too crazy with the title. So I'm going to use one of these Good Vibe. I think this is Good Vibes thickers. Or are they Vicki Boutin? I don't know. But they're really cute. They're puffy, shiny, black alpha, or not alphas, but word stickers. And I'm going to go with Relax because that's what she was doing. And she just looks so at peace in the picture. And I do use the See the Beauty in Everyday Things sticker right underneath it. We got 4 I think, of these cute little gold arrow clips. I'm going to use one of those down at the bottom just because it is super cute. write my journaling, which of course is crooked because I didn't draw lines first, but that's okay. I love this stamp set. It's got so many sayings that you could use for any type of layout. It's awesome. And it's from the Crate Paper Good Vibes collection. And I'm just going to use a couple of these little stamps here and there. Yeah, this is a stamp set that you'll get a lot of use out of, and you could basically just leave it out on your desk and use it pretty much on any and every layout you make, because the sayings are so, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say generic. They're awesome sayings, but you could use them on anything. They're not specifically for, you know, a holiday or a certain time of year or anything like that. Versatile, that's the word I was looking for. So I'm almost finished here. Yep, I'm going to add in some black splatters. And that's the final layout. I love how this turned out. It was fun and overall pretty simple layout. I really didn't use any pattern paper, did I? No, just the flowers that I cut out. Yeah, I did. Duh, that's how the whole layout started, right? But yeah, I fussy cut those out. Everything else is embellishments, and so this was a lot of fun to make. Definitely check out Irit's papers. She did a fantastic job of designing with the watercolor. So pretty. So let me know if you have any questions about anything, the kits, the products, the techniques, anything at all. I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.